This is your net worth, $87,000. It's the number every finance video tells you to grow. A CFO wouldn't look at it twice, because one number can't tell you if you're winning or drowning. What a CFO reads instead is a balance sheet. What you own minus what you owe. And 3 milestones on it that flip your entire financial life. Miss them, and a rising number can still be a trap. Here are the 3. Most people never even notice when they cross the first. And the third one, the number won't show you at all. Quick reframe, because it's the whole video. Net worth isn't your salary. It isn't your bank balance. It's one line at the bottom of a balance sheet. Everything you own, cash, investments, your car, your home, minus everything you owe, credit cards, student loans, the mortgage. Own minus owe. That's the entire equation. A company lives or dies by that same line, and a CFO doesn't celebrate it going up, because it can go up for bad reasons. Take a bigger mortgage for a bigger house, and your assets jump. But so do your liabilities, and so does your risk. The scoreboard says you won. The balance sheet says you just got more fragile. So forget the number for a second. Watch the 3 milestones instead, because 2 people with the exact same net worth can be in completely different financial health. And by the end of this, you'll see it at a glance. Milestone 1, your net worth crosses 0. Sounds like nothing. It's the most important line you'll ever cross. Here's why. The median net worth for Americans under 35 is around $39,000. But strip out home equity, and it nearly collapses. A large share of people that age are below 0. Student loans, a car loan, credit card balances bigger than everything they own. On a balance sheet, that has a name. Negative equity. For a company, it's a solvency crisis. Picture it as a real sheet. Maya, 29, good job. She owns $3,000 in cash and a car worth $9,000, $12,000 in assets. She owes $22,000 in student loans and $4,000 on a credit card, $26,000 in liabilities. Her bottom line, negative $14,000. And here's why the number lies to her. Maya feels fine. Money hits the account every 2 weeks, rent gets paid, the card has room. The checking balance says, okay. The balance sheet says, insolvent. When you're below 0, every dollar has a job before you earn it. You don't own your money, your creditors do. You're running the way a failing business runs, working to service debt, not to build anything. Crossing 0 means that, for the first time, what you own equals what you owe. Your bottom line touches black. And how you cross it matters more than when. You can cross by earning and paying down debt. That's real. Or the number can drift up because your car and house got valued higher on paper. One is solvency. The other is a Zillow estimate. A CFO only trusts the first. 0 isn't poor. 0 is the starting line. Milestone 2. Your assets start working for you. Above 0, most people still own the wrong kind of asset. A car loses value every year. A closet of stuff is worth pennies used. Those sit on your balance sheet and produce nothing. A CFO calls that dead weight. The milestone is when a real chunk of what you own actually generates something. Investments that compound. An index fund. A retirement account. Assets that earn while you sleep. Here's the number that marks it. Say you reach $100,000 of invested assets. Not home equity, not your car. Actual invested capital. At a modest 7% a year, that's about $7,000 working for you annually. You didn't clock a single hour for it. Now watch how this hides inside the scoreboard. 2 neighbors, both with a net worth of exactly $150,000. The first, a paid-off truck, a boat, and equity in a bigger house. The second, a modest car and $130,000 invested. Same number on the scoreboard. But neighbor one's balance sheet produces no income. The truck and boat lose value in the driveway, and the home equity just sits there, locked up behind the front door. Neighbor two's balance sheet pays them roughly $9,000 a year just to exist. A CFO calls that a yield on your capital. And it's why the single number is useless on its own. For you, it's the first time your money earns a second income you didn't trade time for. $9,000 a year is not freedom. But it's the hinge the whole game turns on, because that return compounds on itself. The second 100,000 arrives faster than the first. The third, faster still. One net worth sits, one net worth works. The number can't tell them apart. The balance sheet can. Milestone 3, your dangerous liabilities die. And this is the one the scoreboard will never show you. Because, done right, your net worth barely moves. Stay with me, because this is the part almost everyone gets wrong. Here's the trap in the thinking. People assume paying off debt makes their net worth jump. It doesn't. Pay a $6,000 card with $6,000 of cash and watch the sheet. Cash goes down $6,000. The liability goes down $6,000. Own minus OA, unchanged. A CFO knows moving money from the asset side to cancel the liability side is neutral to the bottom line. So why is it a milestone at all? Two reasons the number can't capture. First, the return. That $6,000 card at 24% interest was quietly claiming $1,440 of next year's paycheck before you earned a cent of it. Kill it, and you've locked in a 24% return, guaranteed, tax-free, better than almost any investment a CFO could find. You didn't grow the top of the balance sheet. You stopped it from bleeding out the bottom. Second, liquidity. This is the payoff the number hides completely. When the dangerous liabilities are gone, the high-interest cards, the car you finance to feel richer, the buy now, pay later stacked 3 deep, your income becomes yours again. Not pledged to a lender. A lost job turns from a catastrophe into a setback. A CFO calls that a strong liquidity position. You'd call it sleeping through the night. Not all debt qualifies. A low-rate mortgage can sit there safely. It's the bleeders you hunt. And when they're dead, two people with the same net worth are still miles apart. One owes their next year to a bank, the other owns it outright. Same number. One is fragile. One is free. So here's the whole thing on one line. Your net worth is not a scoreboard. It's the bottom line of a living balance sheet, and 3 milestones decide what it's actually worth. You cross zero, so you finally own your money instead of your creditors. Your assets start working, so your money earns without you. And your dangerous liabilities die, which barely moves the number, but turns a fragile sheet into a free one. That 87,000 we opened with? You can't grade it from the number alone, only from which of these 3 milestones it has crossed. A big number sitting on a fragile sheet, or a smaller one that's free and working. The scoreboard can't tell them apart. A CFO always can. And now so can you. If you want to keep reading your money the way a finance chief reads a business, subscribe. That's the whole ask. No course, no spreadsheet, no link, just the next breakdown.